What?
Great day, Vatavo and family.
Greetings, greetings. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, it is live over there. Let me come back to our screen. Start the recording over here. Awesome, awesome. Welcome, everyone. I want to start tonight's call out with a suggestion. As I said earlier, before we started recording, we're going over some of the reasons you may or may not be seeing the emails that I'm sending, or because it's that you were just added. With that being said, if you have not removed some of the tabs out of your Gmail account, when I send a blast and there's a bunch of videos in it, it's going to automatically go to social media because it's videos and it kind of decides for you that's a social media post or email, and that's where it's going to send it. If it's the first time that you have received an email from me, you need to find it and then whitelist it. Now, I know people say that and go on as if you would know what that is. Some of you do, some of you don't. So I'm going to pause here and explain what that means. So, whitelisting an email means that, let's say you got your first email from A Promise Delivered, and you go and it's not where you wanted it to go, or it didn't show up where you thought it would. Um, and it went somewhere like, hold on, I gotta turn my phone. One moment. There we go. It went somewhere like spam. I'm just gonna try to make this as easy as possible. So let's say that email jumped over into spam, and you go into spam after someone says, well, maybe look in spam, it might be there. And lo and behold, when you click in there, it's there. Don't panic. Simply click on the little box on the far left of that email. So you'll see what says A Promise Delivered or whatever the title was. There's a little box on the left-hand side of all of your emails. You put a check mark in that box. And then up top, you're going to click on where it says not spam. When you do that, it's going to move it to the inbox. And any other emails that come from A Promise Delivered, provided it's not full of video links, is going to go to the inbox. So it makes things easier. That's called whitelisting. Okay, that means it's okay to receive emails from them and vice versa. The same thing as if you got an email from something you didn't, you click on spam and it disappears. Same thing. It's just in reverse. You're bringing it out of spam into the inbox. There's another place called All Mail on the far left-hand side. If you look at your categories, you will see spam, you'll see All Mail, you'll see social media. These are basically folders where emails can go. And All Mail basically receives everything that you don't designate as spam. If you don't designate it, I assure you it's in All Mail. So before your hair catches on fire and you send me 1,004 texts and pull everybody's elbows off, check those places. And then if you don't find it, we can set some hair on fire and try to find out where you're at. Okay. I just wanted to put that out there. And then I do have a lot to share with you today. A lot of good things have happened since we last spoke, which was just a couple of days ago. But some really powerful things happened. Number one, the update is basically the same. He does have another update for me that we're going to get on the phone Wednesday. Okay. He said it's a monster. That's his only words. So you know I'm going to be sitting next to the phone with my hair on fire. All 6 of them. But there's an update coming that I need to get from him, and I'm going to add on to what I told or shared with everyone Saturday. So as you know, we're working on a lot of videos, working on tutorials for the back office, also the payment processors, to which Drew is Mr. Solana. Yes, Solana is a development site. That's where developers work. That's where they create websites, back offices, integrate things. It's where they put in products and attach products to movement that's all geared to some type of finance. Okay. Now, you already know that a promise delivered is dealing with both finances or both arenas of finance: cash, crypto, or digital currency. Okay. Remember me talking about when the switch gets flipped, so will a promise deliver its back office? That's in place. So again, a lot of things are happening, just like, that was said was going to happen. So all of what we have in place is all connected to and going around both of those arenas. Step 1 through 4, well, actually 3, is one form of currency, whatever that is. Right now, it's US dollar. It's going to go to USDT. Okay. It could go to something else, whatever they come out with. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 4 is going to be, as you already know, the integration to Team Royal 2 times. And then it's going to go to a product. 1, 2, and 3 will have products. 5 through 12. 5 through 12 will have products, but they're solely digital crypto. Okay. So when you get up into those areas of happiness, there's no way to request the paper of your country, your state. Okay. It's all crypto, and it's going to stay that way. There's a reason for the madness. It'll be divulged the day of opening. Okay. I will let you know why I'm doing this or doing it this way. But 1, 2, 3, whatever, US and Canada will be the paper of your country. Most of the other regions that either don't have a currency right now, or it's sanctioned down to nothing, as with most, if not all, of the other currencies. But that is drastically changing as we speak. There are several countries that are now validated into BRICS. I'm not going to say the names because that's reporting on things that I don't have the knowledge of. I just know of it and what's going on with it because I'm watching it. I'm trying to see it get to some of the currencies that I presently own so I can do something with them. But they are switching, and they're doing it right in front of us. Okay, we're literally within arm's reach of all of them doing what they need to do. Now, what does that mean for internationals? Internationals will be paid in a cryptocurrency that they choose that they can utilize in their country. It's not all going to be Bitcoin. Everybody doesn't use Bitcoin, but they do use all the other ones. Hence, the reason for Solana. Solana is going to handle all of the different variations of cryptos that need to go out to those people. Or else I would have to have a wallet, or a promise delivered would have to have a wallet, and all those different versions, and that person would be connected to this wallet and all. No, that's too much. I would never get to go lay down, much less go fish. So Solana's position here with a promise delivered is a manager of all the currencies that you guys are going to be withdrawing or pulling or what have you. Not me. Okay. So that's kind of the reason I wanted to just go ahead and give you why Solana is there, outside of the fact that it is connected to the products. Now, I'm going to skip over that and go right into big box. Big box means all the other stores, Walmart, Sam's, all of them. All the ones that I can think of, and all the ones that I will be introduced to by all of you, because everything that's here with me is not there with you. There's stores that I've never heard from or heard about. So stores that you frequent, when we get a little bit closer, I'm going to need the name of those stores so I can reach out to them and get vouchers. This is how you're going to participate product-wise on all those steps. Okay, you'll be able to purchase product. Hence the reason why you want a wallet that has a debit card associated with it, so that you can then purchase things with that wallet, just like you would be doing with your bank card. Did the light go off on anybody's head yet? Self-sustained, self-circulating, self-supporting. Every time we work with one of these big box stores, they send something back. When they send it back to a promise delivered sends it to you. See how that works? Full circle. I'm into the full circle. And you'll see just how far I'm into the full circle, probably the middle of next year or the middle of this year. I would say somewhere around July, August. Phase 2 will be full spring. And phase 2 is going to have a lot of media involved. Yeah, real cameras, real people, real channels that all of you know. Because I'm inviting them to see phase 2. Okay. So there's a lot of things coming our way. There's a reason for all of the different switches and pulleys that I've put together with this. There's a lot of reason why I have to protect it. Now, moving on to the next part. The next part, like I said, I've got a bunch to share tonight, so just bear with me. The next part is understanding the documentations that you had to read. Some new ones are coming out. They will all be on the website. They will all be on the website. There will be no need for you to print it out, sign it, and send it back and all that. I'm going to try to have a promise delivered pay for these notaries. Okay. The admin fee is not for me to go get a tank of gas with, like I've been accused already. The admin fee is for the use of a promise delivered, not me. And see, this is why I have to switch things out of my name and into a promise delivered. So people that don't have to make statements like that. Okay. Just because we know of other companies and platforms that have done that with those funds is called misappropriation of funds. It's finable. I don't like fines, especially ones I have to pay. Hello. So that's why things are going to be switched over and nothing else will come to me. And then that complaint will stop. Those funds make a promise delivered work. It takes care of subscriptions, it takes care of a lot of things. And the part that really no one is catching on to is you only do it once. Once. So those funds have to be made to do the work that I'm not asking you to maintain. I'm only asking you to put your part in. So protecting it is to all of our benefit, not just mine. This has nothing to do with me. I really wish people would stop adding me into it. Yes, it came from me, through me, but it has nothing to do with me. It was designed for everybody, not just me. That's why there's no person at the top. There's no raining down and triangles and all this other stuff. None of that. Remember me saying the first person is last and the last person is first? That's the structure. There is none. So you can't call it any of that stuff. But people that think they know everything, that think they know more than the creator himself, want to tag things they don't understand. And that's okay. Go ahead, tag it. Do your best. But I'm going to protect it with everything I am. So that brings me to the next part, which is honesty. Nothing is impregnable. Okay. Even with the absolute best security, we could spend millions of dollars on security. They hacked the government. Do you think they won't get into a promise delivered? Nothing is 1000% safe. This is why it's mandatory that you know all the steps on filling out documents, who you're bringing to the system, what you do with these funds. That's totally up to you. That's your thing. I just want to make sure you have enough to do it with. But my thing is do the right thing with it because you already know my stance. Everyone should know my stance on what happens when you go sideways. Whichever way you go sideways, I'll be standing there with an aluminum baseball bat. Okay. You know how that sound it makes? Poing. Yeah, you'll hear that multiple times. And me saying, didn't I tell you? Remember that when mom got you? Didn't I tell you? Boy, when I heard that, I knew it was coming. But anyway, we want to make sure we're doing the right thing with this stuff, and share it with people and make them take accountability. I can't watch everybody. And now that we're going international, it's kind of good, but kind of scary at the same time because nobody knows them. Okay. I look by this time next year to have at least maybe 5 to 7 million people in the system. We won't know them. We won't know what they're doing. But if I get wind, poing, even if I have to get on a couple airplanes. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. So now here's all the good news. That's enough of the bad stuff. Good news. All good news from here in. Like I said, the update that I gave Saturday is pretty much where we're at. Everything is right where it's supposed to be. It is being completed properly and intact. The test of 50 will be coming up extremely soon, more than likely Thursday morning. Because what he tells me Wednesday, what I think it is, Thursday, I'm going to be calling. Now, here's what I need you to know when I call. As I have said, and I will continue to say, do not take this personally. The spreadsheet was started, it started on a time stamp for a reason. So I know who is person number one because it was set up that way. And then I flipped it to show alphabetical order so I could find names quickly. Okay. When I get the information to go forward, which the documentation that I had to add is already over there. So all the documents are there. The no refund policy is there. Notice I paused. No refund policy is in place. When you allow yourself to be nice, people will walk all over you. They will, use tactics like blackmail and whatever else just because they know you. Or if they think they know you, they see you. I would ask any of those people who put the requirements on me, did you do that with all the other companies that you lost money with? That's my question. How many programs have you participated in that you were able to get it back? Why do I have to return it? Because I care. That's why. I'm not like the other ones. So I made it available to a person to get it back when I had it to give back, which is the next part of this call. So, as I said, things that were stuck are now unstuck. There is a lot of buzz going on with this currency. And I do believe we are at the point where some of it's going to be released. And the absolute first thing I'm going to do is go back to the very first original A Promise Delivered spreadsheet and repay everybody on it. Like I said I was going to do. There is another folder of people who donated funds that weren't on that spreadsheet. Like I said, I keep meticulous records, and every dime is going to be returned plus interest. There were some things done with other companies, ordered decision, and spent a lot of money. It's coming back with interest. So when I say A Promise Delivered is different, when I say I'm different, I let my actions speak those words. I don't have to. The movement into the digital arena is actually fun for me because I understand it. It is also something that we should have did a long time ago anyway. We probably would have all had Bitcoin. I know we would have because I had an opportunity to get so many of them like 300,000 of them, solid Bitcoins. 300,000 of them. But we're not going to worry about that. We're going to move forward. The digital currency era is here, and I want everyone to be fully vested. The email that I just sent out, if you did not get it, please let me know so I can get it to you. There's, I know, at least 7, 8 videos and 6 or 7 different wallets. I plan to have every one of them. That's the plan. Finances are questionable, but not for long. That's something that I'm just so impatient to hear when we open the call and I say, "How you guys doing?" And I don't hear, "Oh, I'm okay. I'm all right." Like everybody ready to go to sleep. But when you got 6, 7,000 in your pocket, I guarantee you won't. When I say, "How you doing?" I might have to take my headphones off. That's what I'm waiting for. And that's what I know is coming. So the last part that I wanted to touch on is the things that have been freed up. As you know, my employment has been up, down, left, right, in, out, you know, looking at the back end of a snail's rear end. I had to get my health right. Health wasn't right. The Motor Vehicle Administration does not play with things like diabetes, things like high blood pressure, things like vision issues. Because you got 70, 80,000 pounds behind you. If you can't see merge left, what are you going to do? Run over somebody. So when your health isn't right, they take your license. You no longer drive. Here, go do something else. Things that were stuck are no longer stuck. Going through some of these products that you will see on A Promise Delivered, my system is now correct. Through and through. Went to the doctor today. Vision 20/20. Blood pressure 120/79. Glucose reading 111. A1C 7.2. I now have my CDLs back. That means a lot to me. The accomplishments
That's how
and
you
the
rock,
time it
Matavo.
took. That's right. The accomplishments that it takes to do that is not easy. It is not easy when you have to change your entire mindset. And this is why I know if I can do it, anybody can do it. If I can learn wallets, how to set them up, how to use them, you can do it. It's how bad do you want it? And the last thing I wanted to be is in the position I was for 3.5 months. Trying to figure out how to pay for this thing behind me. Wasn't easy. Dedication is everything. This is why I know A Promise Delivered. The dedication behind it is better than 6, 7 years. Never left it. Just couldn't do it because the people that wanted to help me with it were out of my reach. But now we have just who we need. It is all together. It is all finished. The programming is done. The videos are in the back coming. I have 2 more coming in 2 days. Once those 2 videos make it in, they'll be plugged in simple. That's a simple plug-in. He just types two things, upload, and it's on the website. Once those videos, because those videos explain everything. So I can't put the people in until the website is correct. So when you go hit the buttons and log in, you need to be able to see the documents. You need to be able to see the instructions. You need to know what happened or why a promise delivered. That's out front. You're going to see that video first, then the documents, then the back office. Office says, there's three of them. Back office says. 3. How special is that? There's a lot of information, but not so much that it's confusing. And that's what the fight has been for almost a month. Programmers talk a different language completely. If you've ever sat down with one, imagine me times 60. They use terminology, they talk fast, they click on things because they know the outcome of that click, and they do it so fast you don't really get to keep up. It was like pulling chicken teeth to get him to slow down enough where I could at least comprehend. But, due to IAM and the connection, we got it done. I'm very proud of it. And I'm sure you will be too when you. That's what I'm looking for, especially after Wednesday. After we talk today coming, he said it's a huge monster update. I know what that is. He's done. But I'm not done. I got to get my videos. And I don't get those until the 10th. So patience as far as that is concerned. With that being said, looking forward to being able to start calling next Monday. I may even do it sooner so that those individuals can come on to the call and do a testimony. Now, as I said at the beginning, I'm going to repeat it on purpose. You have to be patient. No one will be able to withdraw right away. No one. You'll see it. It'll be sitting back there. It'll do what it's supposed to do until you get to step 4. And then it's going to pause. I have to pause everybody at 4 because 4 is a merge to Team Royal. And once I do that, then the rest has to kick in. So everybody's going to go up to step 4, ready to go over there, but it's going to stop. It's going to stop, hit on the brakes. Because I have to see the data of you getting from step 1 to step 4. Once that data matches up with what it's supposed to, because everybody's data is going to be the same, except everybody won't be at step 4. I may even go further. It's up to him. He's going to decide that part. But what I do know is if he goes past 4, you have to go ahead and sign up at Team Royal with either the first and second, or if you already have one, you're second. The third will go back to a promise delivered. The bread basket. This is where these subscriptions are going to get their payment from. This is all that. Like I said, it's all built in. So there'll be no more donation requests. You're going to donate anyway. This way, everybody is doing their part. You shouldn't have to ask. It's when you have to ask, you have a problem. If you didn't see it, you won't miss it. It's when you see it and then have to give it back is where the problem comes back or comes in. It's not a problem. It's just, that, but you gave it to me. I don't want to give it back. But I need it. But you gave it to me. I don't want to give it back. You know how that goes. So if I don't give it to you, guess what? I don't have to ask you for it. Done. All right. So after the third go around, or depending on where you stand, if you're one of those 36 people that are already in, this is only concerning 36 people out of 400, really. Those 36 people already have a position in Team Royal. If it isn't 6 months yet, some of you are. And if it is, and they don't let you reactivate that one, then you take the second one out of that. Out of a promise and fire up a new one. One business, one personal in Team Royal. Notice I'm talking about over there, not over here. Over there, Team Royal, you can have a business account and a personal account. If whatever account you had, the 36 of you at first, if they don't allow you to reactivate it, redo that one. Because that one will be gone anyway. They'll purge it. So redo a personal. And when you get there the second time, you do a business. You're done. If you don't get to redo that first one and it's still activatable, if that's a real word, if you can reactivate it, then use the funds from 1 to 3 to reactivate it. And then when you go through 4 again, you do a business account. Now remember, you have to do it twice out of a promise delivered. The second time you go to do it, that goes to a promise delivered. I hope everybody's clear on that. I'll go over it again and I'll do a chart so that you can see it. But everybody's got to put 2 over there. If you already have 1, you're going to put 1, and the second time you do it, it goes to a promise delivered as fees for subscriptions and all this other stuff. Please remember, if you come into the call late, the first thing you want to hit is the microphone, please. All right. So after the second time, remember, you do it twice. The third time you go around through there's a product available for you. All the products that I used to get my system correct will be somewhere in a promise delivered. From step 2 up. Step 1, there's nothing that you could do with that but take it. Put some gas in the car. Okay, so that's the plan. It will all be explained. The products are going to change from month to month. It's not always going to be the same. It may be vouchers. It may be a product. It may be this, that. They're always going to change. This is why I said, please pay attention to your back office. Because when you go there, you're going to see step 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to look to the right. What's the products? Last week, it was footballs. This week, it might be pizzas. It's going to change. I have to do that. Okay. This week, it might be vouchers to, I don't know, Cheesecake Factory. Everything. I'm going to participate with everything and anybody that's selling something. I have to stay legal. And I would request that you do purchase some of this stuff. They have to see that what I'm presenting and what I'm putting out and saying about all these, you have access to the big box store. You have to buy some stuff. Not saying that you have to fill your house up with stuff because you're going through. Buy something to prove why I'm doing this. Does that make sense? Don't open mic. Okay? That's just part of it. It has to make sense. If it doesn't, then it's money laundering of some sort. Okay. So we could be our own worst enemy saying, gimme, 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 gimme. Don't do the gimme, 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 gimme. Buy something out of the back office. Show that what I'm doing is making something available to you. For the first fact, it would be because you have the funds to buy it. You know what I mean? So if you were like me, standing behind a snail, you didn't have the money to buy it at you, much less anything from a store. All right. So that's the whole premise of being attached to all of the big box stores that have products that mean something to everybody. Everybody likes different stuff. Just like Kids Corner. Some of those kids like, painting. There's going to be paint supplies from an art store. Some of you like to write, special pens, calligraphy, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be in that back office. It's almost like having Amazon. You do know Amazon is getting ready to take everybody out because they sell everything. But for those who don't, those stores, could you imagine having an Amazon account? Now, watch this, an Amazon account that has a bank account attached to it so you can buy whatever you want. Come on now. You won't have to come out here and go to work and, save up a check or two and then go get the TV or wait till Christmas. You'll just go ahead and get the TV. That's what this is. You might need, special shoes, orthopedics. Those things are expensive. Goodness. You might have a bank account sitting right there to say, which color do I want? That's what this is. Is it sinking in yet what a promise delivered is? It's a promise to deliver everything you want and more. Make sense? So it needs to be protected. Okay. The last thing that I want to put out is that the call schedule did change, and there was a little miscommunication last week on the health call. If you want to know how I turned everything around on this body, come to that call. There's been people on the call that received during the call that's something they've been fighting for years, gone in minutes. And I'm not exaggerating. I enjoy that call because I use that call on me. That's how I got myself back together, on top of a few other things. So it's on free conference call. That's where that call is being done. It's easier for some of my seniors to get on there. It's not a whole lot to remember. They've been on it for years. I've been doing it a really long time. And I would do the call for one person as much as I would do it for 10. Because I truly enjoy that call. That's going to be one of the products, just so you know. Okay. You'll be able to purchase ailment tapping videos with me. So let's say like you hurt your knee. You'll be able to click on that video and it'll play. You follow it, you're done. It doesn't download. I want it to be able to play once it's purchased right there on the website. You just pick a time, go back, get yourself squared away, watch, follow the video, and once it's done, it'll reset for the next person to buy it. That's for me. Okay? Because I could easily have charged hundreds of dollars for that. from people. Just the same way when you go to the doctor's office, what do they charge you? And you don't have to take anything. All you have to do is drink some water. Are you kidding me? So that's that. I can't wait to get this update so I can share it with you guys. I'm gonna end this recording and I'm gonna restart it for Q&A. So give me a second, please. All right, so it's just going to continue to record over there on YouTube. Questions? Let's
Yes.
try to keep them quick so that the YouTube isn't 2 hours long. Go right ahead.
Hey, Montalvo, you said you may call people Thursday. So what if we can't be reached that day? Are you going to leave a text and say, hey, call me tonight or something?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because
If
most
I
of
don't
us,
get you in person, I'll get you on recording.
okay, yeah, most of us work during the day, so we won't be able to pick up. Okay, thank you. That's all I have. Great update.
Yep. Yep. Thank you. Anybody else? Come on, quickly.
I got a quick question, Matavo. I know you said at one point
Yes, ma'am.
that you want us to advertise through word of mouth. Will you make reference to that on the website so everybody will know and we'll all be on the same page?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, what's going to happen once we launch? There won't be long calls like this. So what we are going to have is community meetings. And once we get on there, it's going to be about how did it go? What's, any complaints, that type of thing. And at the end and the beginning of every one of those calls, share, share, share.
Okay, good. I like that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget, the network is going to do a lot of that for us. The network is connected to 3.8 billion people. It's a lot of people.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy.
Yes, it is. But by then we will have the professionals in there. The pros will have it by that point. Long before that.
Right. I'm curious to know what products you took to get your health back on track. I
Health
already
call. I'm going to go over.
Okay. Okay. I'm
Yep,
gonna wait
health
then.
call.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Next question, Peter.
Montalvo, before we started the meeting tonight, you made a comment about the Wyrix debit card. Is that still good for the United States residents? Because I have mine.
You can use, if you have the card, you'll be able to use it. If you don't, you won't be getting it until they flip the switch. Okay, we have to remember, and thank you for asking that question because now I can put this out. Remember, we're still working off of the fiat system and the fiat mechanisms, banks, debit cards, and all that. When we get that switch flipped and we go to the QFS and we go into different finances and all of that scenario changes. Because at that point, everything is digital. Everything. Right now, it's a piece here, part there. This one offers, that one don't. In order for them to communicate and work with us over here, we have to have a format to pay them. So if that's their format in digital format, that I'm pretty sure is going to be attached to the QFS system, which is a digital management system of all currencies around the world. So if we're going to work with people, the country that has Wyrix, they'll be on that blockchain. And the representation of what we can do with that card will be available to everybody. because there will be no more CBs. And just so you know what a CB is, central bank. That's who's creating all the problems. Central bank is basically everywhere there's a central bank, right? But guess what? 7 people own them all. 7 families own all the central banks. You know who I'm talking about. So do you think they want to give that up? Nope. But guess what? QFS is going to take that baseball bat. Poing! You're out of here. So we shouldn't have a problem. Just to answer your question, it may be a different type of card. It may look a little different, but that's only because we're in the fiat system and it's not open game for everybody. There's a control system. QFS is going to break that up. Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah, Montalvo, Margaret here.
Mhm.
Yes, I looked at the video about QFS. It wasn't entirely clear to me whether it is actually going to be put in place or whether they just thought it was conspiracy theory. Do you believe that it's definitely going to happen?
Yes.
You do, yeah. Yeah, I've been
Mhm.
hearing for years that it's sort of running alongside the current system.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's another one.
Yeah. They can't run parallel because one controls one thing, the other one controls everything. So the reason that video or information was put into the email was because a lot of people, they hear me say QFS, they hear the words, but they really, I haven't gone into it because I don't know it 100% myself. But I do know this: evolution of currency. It has to go to the next thing.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Now, a couple of other things. The big box stores, would that include stores outside the US?
Yep. That's why I
For
need to hear from
instance-
you guys.
Okay, so in New Zealand even, we can, if we deal
Everywhere.
with stores here. Okay, right. Thank you. The other one, when we get to step 4, will there be clear instructions on what we do when we get into Team Royal?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you. I'm hoping that when this all goes digital, that we'll be able to get more than 2 debit cards. I can only use 2 debit cards. One is Wirex and the other one is Crypto.com. So at the moment, my options are very limited, but hopefully that will improve as we go.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure of it.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yep.
yeah, I think. Oh, the USDT. How would we handle that? Say from here, will we be able to? Is that a cryptocurrency? Do we have to treat it like a cryptocurrency and put it in a crypto wallet? Okay, and from there we can change it into fiat if we want to.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Or shop with it with one of those debit cards.
Sure. Yes, that's right. Okay. Thank you, Montalvo. We look forward to the next update. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome. Now, the other thing that I would say too is each country is going to have, remember me saying, a digital representation of the paper of that country, which means what you just referenced, USDT is the digital reference of this. So whatever your national currency is, there's going to be a digital representation of it. And this is where Solana comes in.
Right. Okay. They have just brought out one, actually. It's NZDT or something like that. It's the same value as $1 New Zealand dollar. But it's
exactly. See, they're all doing it.
Yeah, slowly and discreetly. They don't want many people to know about it.
Right.
I don't think.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, because they know that their game is up and they have to give you options.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Montalvo.
You're welcome.
Montalvo.
Good
Any other
evening,
questions?
Montalvo.
I'm sorry, I'll
Yes.
make it quick. Well, first, congratulations on you getting the clear health record.
Thank you.
I'm very happy for you. You're welcome. Now my questions are for each of the levels, 1, 2, 3. Would we have to, once we finish with level 1 or step 1, do we manually go into the next step, or that's automatic? What does that mean?
I'm not going to talk about how it works.
Okay, it'll be explained in the back office. That's what we just have to watch out for.
That's right. Just enjoy what happens.
Ah,
So the reason why I'm doing that is because if you say too much, then it will be picked apart and figured out.
gotcha. All right.
My
No,
patents are not ready yet.
oh,
It's all good. My patents are not ready yet. So once my patents are ready, I'm still not going to tell you.
I'm not gonna ask.
You'll see it. You'll see it. Trust me,
You'll
when you
see
get
it.
in there, you'll see it happen. And I need everyone to keep your lips for at least give me till mid-June, July. I should have all my patents. It'll protect it. And copyrights.
Okay.
But you'll
when you-
see how it works when you get back there.
When you said to keep our lips still, you mean like just only speak about this to family members or people that we trust? That what you mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm
yeah,
not
that
gonna.
and don't go online. Yeah, with
Right.
all the
Mhm.
back office stuff and showing back offices and all that. That'll get you
Gotcha.
removed.
Well, that won't happen with me.
Because
like,
that's like the same thing. If I, a lot of times I have to be careful. That's kind of why I stopped using the name of Team Royal and using their slides and what have you. That's like considered embaitment, teasing you in, making you see all these numbers, and that's embaitment. So that won't happen anymore, and the videos that are up are going to be removed.
All right. And my next question is that when we get to the Team Royal website, the product that you have for the international, would that be there or not yet?
It's not yet because I have to pay for it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
It's $3,500. So once we get rolling and get going, I'll take care of that part, and then that's going to be offered in a Promise Delivered, not Team Royal. Excuse me. It'll be offered over in a Promise Delivered for people like in New Zealand, everywhere else.
Okay.
Because see, they can't participate over there yet.
Right.
As long as we have a product that they approve, that's associated with the partnership, then Margaret and everybody else over there and across the water can participate. They just won't be able to buy homes and stuff like that. They'll be able to participate in the steps.
All right.
And the product itself.
Okay.
Okay.
Looking forward. Yes, very excited about this. Thank you.
Oh boy. You're welcome. Next question.
Yeah, and if it's not okay if I ask this, I totally understand. Last week you had a serious call about some difficulties you were having with another person, and I didn't know if there was any kind of resolution to that.
There was no calls that were made. I requested a call back. I didn't get one. I believe it was said on another platform that it's been handled, I'm going to leave it there.
Okay, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Carla?
Good evening, Batavo, and good evening to everyone else. My
Absolutely.
question is, I have two people that I was bringing or referring to this platform. They are on a fixed income. One of them has stated, actually, as of today, that she wanted to send her $25, but she's already gotten her check. So her next check doesn't come in until next or the 1st of next month. If we launch
Yep.
and she receives a link, does it allow her to wait?
Wait, let me back you up. You notice how I caught it. Let me back you up.
Okay, go ahead.
When we launch, go ahead.
Yes. When we launch, yes.
Okay.
When we launch and you send the link
Mhm.
to that person for being in compliance with the $25 admin fee,
Mhm.
will the link expire?
Mm.
Or is there a deadline as to when they can submit? Okay.
They will have,
Okay,
this
so
is what's going to happen. So people like that, this is where I was talking about earlier in the call, the bread basket. The bread basket was designed for people who are disability, people who are on a very small fixed income, one check a month people. It was for those who no longer get any kind of income and they're kind of just living with family. That bread basket is designed to receive that $398 out of step 4 that people can't use. That $398 goes over there. So if they need the $175, if they need the $25, but I have to talk to them because people will walk all over that. Okay. So somebody like that would, probably get their link, and they may not have the funds at the time they get the link. That's when we need to do this. Call me, let me know who it is or whatever. Now that you're telling me, I've got an idea that there's one like that already. So when the time comes and they get their link, the first thing you want to do, unless it's Sunday, is call me. So we can get them in.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about it.
Awesome. All right. Thank you.
Absolutely. Any other questions? Alan?
Sorry, I was trying to get my mute off. I don't know if sorry, hello to you and everyone.
Absolutely.
I don't know if this was asked on a call 2 days ago. Once we fill out all 7 or more, I guess it's more now from what you said, fill out all those documents. Let's say 5 months, a year and a half down the road, you want to change your beneficiary on a death certificate. Is that going to be a problem?
Nope.
Just
call in
just
and we
call
switch it.
you.
Yep.
Okay. Good enough. Also, with these 5 your products that put your health back in line.
Mm-hmm.
I know before I introduced you to my group, and I was on your calls with APD, I believe you said there were 5 of them, and you talked about how fast they worked on you.
Mm-hmm.
These products, are they going to be spread out over the 12 levels, if it's 5 or whatever, or are all of them going to be on one level, all at the same time?
No. So the way that's going to work is, and this is why I was saying earlier, just keep an eye on your back office, because something might be presented for a week, 2 weeks, month, and then I'll switch it out. at that price level. So I'm just going to pick on 4 since we all know it's $400. So it may be put on 4, several different times, but it may not use the whole 400 or whatever. But that product is going to be part of that 4. Okay. Some of these other ones are up beyond that. Trust me, to do it right. And then ongoing, when I do start putting these products, that's where the health call and this call, because it won't be about programming and, back office stuff and all that. It's going to be conversation about, how you do these protocols. My whole thing is health. I had somebody, the doctor today asked me, well, how old are you? He had to ask, you know why? Because he had no idea my age. That's what he said. What do you mean? It's on the paper. Well, no, just how old are you? And when I told him, he's like, then he wanted to go look at license and the paperwork. So that tells me something. The products are working. I don't look my age and I sure don't act it. Okay. So my thing about these calls is going to go into more or less, let's have a conversation about how to use the product, what we're supposed to be doing at this age or that age, or even the youngins, so they don't get into situations that I went through. I can only talk about me and what I have dealt with. So that's where you'll get the depth of how these products help me. And all products aren't health oriented. Some of them's going to be about final preparation documents. There's a specialist that does that work, and that's going to be on a product. One of the products for one of those steps. There's a person that does this. There's a bunch. There's a lot of products. There's a lot of people, and just keep an eye on your back office. It's not about signing up and I'm just going to sit back. No. Get engaged, stay engaged. That back office is going to be pretty much your life. It's going to be your health. It's going to be your wealth. It's going to be your education, your survival. I got more vegetables in my living room growing right now than most people would even think about having alive at this time of year. Kale, okra, greens, tomatoes, downstairs in the living room. Survival. So, like I said, it's deep. It's going to get way deeper. Once I get this money thing out of the way, so that everyone has that wallet to work with at every level, with every product, then I can go into the things that I really like doing. Growing things. I think I did a video when I was in Michigan, Feed Yourself at Home. Anybody remember that one? I think I put it on once. Feed Yourself at Home, where I took a 8x8 box, filled it with all the nutrient dense dirts, and had black cherry tomatoes so sweet that you wouldn't even think it was a tomato. It was like eating candy. I love to see things grow. That's why I like kids. They grow. So yeah, I know that was a long drawn out answer, but that's kind of what it's going to do. It's going to service everything, but they'll be spread out throughout the whole 12 steps. Next question.
Matavo, this is Jackie. How you doing today?
Blessed and highly favored.
That's all right. I like that. But listen, you mentioned this a couple of times as it relates to the wallet, no, the cold wallet. You were saying have something that we could get, a card that we could use as well. I know you went over the one with the WireX, and they was talking about the one that you had to pay $600 for. Is there another one that we could look forward to getting?
Okay, so let me back you up. The wallets are the ones with the debit cards. The cold storage is your bank. So hold up your right hand because that's the hand that's going to hold the bank. Everybody hold up your right hand. That's my banking hand. That banking hand is only going to deal with when you put stuff in your bank. The wallet is the one that's going to have the debit card so you can go shopping when you move out of Source. Anybody know what Source is? What's Source?
Promise delivered.
Promise delivered.
Team Royal, other things that are coming. That's Source. When you pull the Source down, you're going to pull it to your wallet. Now, are you going to take everything that you pulled down and put it in your bank? No. You're going to leave some in wallet. So when you need to go get that TV or that new air conditioner, you have some in the wallet. But hopefully that wallet has a debit card capability. Okay, so you don't have to do all these movements. You only want to make one move here, one move here. In the middle is where you get to go shopping. And you put the rest over here. Over here just stays, for a rainy day or whatever. Right hand is the bank. Both hands is the wallets because you're going to take it in, you're going to push it out, and you're going to shop with it. Okay? Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Conference call. I'll call you back. All right. My apology. So that's the process. Source is everything that's coming in to the wallet. The wallet's going to have a debit card so you can shop with it. The right hand is your bank. Everything goes to the bank or banks if you have more than one. Okay? Still there? Did I lose you?
Montalvo, this is David. Hi. Hello,
sir.
Yeah. No. Quick question. So when you start calling, notice I'm saying when on Thursdays through Monday, whatever. We have to have the 175 right then, or because we paid the 25 already.
Correct. You need to have the 175.
Okay. No, just making sure.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. And and those videos that you just sent out about the wallets, very
Mhm.
informative. We can choose the correct one that is good for us.
Right.
Like the Wirex with the debit card. No, not Wirex. I'm sorry. With the crypto with the debit card, I have to go through them again to see which one is best.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
That's why I
you.
did that. So you can actually
Okay.
see them all,
Right. And
figure out which
compare.
one you want. Right.
Exactly. Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome.
Montalvo, in case people are called to the 175, can that be available in fiat or does it have to be in crypto?
Promise Delivered will accept all forms.
Thank you.
Mhm. It'll have its own address and wallet and all that. All the let me just say this, all of the 25s that goes to one wallet, which a Promise Delivered will use for like the lady, like subscriptions. There's so many subscriptions, it's crazy. So that's what that's for. So it'll go to that. If it comes in through let's say a debit card, it's 200. 25 will go right over there to that account. It's going to have a cash account. It's going to have a crypto account.
That sounds
Okay.
really well set up. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Okay. Any other questions?
Mr. Lewis, good evening. How are you?
Blessed and highly favored. Yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. Okay, so I have a question. So do you have a product with the Fountain of Youth available? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But my real question is, do you have a product directly towards reversing or curing completely diabetes?
No, it is a protocol that I follow
Okay.
that I will share.
Okay. All right.
That's probably going to be a good hour call anyway.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Just on that, because there's so much that you have to do in order to reverse it, which I've done. I got a question.
Okay. Awesome.
You're not one of the first 50 in the trial period, and you already paid your $25. Will the system differentiate the ones that already paid from the ones that have the 25?
Yes, that I'm the system. Remember me talking about green and white?
Okay, yes.
That's why I check it so much. I keep asking, did you send, or what's your name and all that? The spreadsheet looks like I don't know, kids coloring corner. You got green, white, 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 green, 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 white. Those greens are part of the 50. Those have sent in 25. That's my system for now. Once we get past my little britches, then it'll go into a system that will recognize a person either already being in the system or not. And then of course it's gonna, leave from, once I launch, there will be no more spreadsheet, because the greens go first, and then all the people in white go last or next. Okay, once all the people that are white that haven't sent in their 25 are in the system, or standing off to the side doing whatever they're doing, because they're all the whole list is gonna get invited. Okay, remember that invite email? Very large print, can't miss it, colorful thing. Everybody's gonna see that. The greens see it first. Okay, the first 50 that get pulled off of there are going to go another color, so I can keep track of who I stuck in there. Once those 50 are in and we've tested it and everything does what it's supposed to do, then I give all the rest of the greens their invite, all of them, from 50 down to however many it is. They come off the spreadsheet. Okay, so that'll leave all the people that have no color. And what I'm going to do, watch how slick this works. I'm going to go over 2 columns, grab all the emails, and send them an email invite. There's no need for an ID number because they didn't take the first step, like sending in the admin fee. That's where the IDs are coming from, those who did take that step. Okay, they'll just get an email, the same email, all colorful. Here's your invite. Come on in. They're going to get 72 hours. 72 hours from the time I click send, the clock starts. Now, if these people or persons are like the young lady that was saying that one may not have it because of lack of funds, that's where the breadbasket comes in. You need to get in control or contact with me. Now, does that mean, I'm not going to spend my money, I'm going to call him? No, it's not, because you're going to have to prove it. You don't want to go through all that. If you have the 175, just spend it. The breadbasket is for people who are in trouble. I know trouble. I was in it. Sometimes you don't have $20 to spare somewhere. So they'll have 72 hours or contact me. After that timer runs out, it'll be launched to the world. So even those who sat back and said, I ain't sending in no $25, I'm going to wait till they open it. Fine. You have a time. When the clock stops, either you're in front of the rest of the world or behind them. It's your choice. Cool?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stop YouTube because it's